This is the second part of my video. As I was saying, if you choose to step outside the matrix and do your own thing and don't follow societal norms, you're going to be marginalized, you're going to be stereotyped out by people, and you're going to be treated like a laughing stock of society. I've had people I know who have done me a lot of dirt, my family, people who are close to me, immediate family, so-called friends. I just don't know who to rely on and who to put my faith in, because a lot of people have basically stabbed me in the back. A lot of people have done me wrong and basically treated me like garbage. And just honestly, I've learned to just stay to myself and not depend on other people for happiness, because a lot of people will disappoint you. A lot of people will promise to, be by your side, but when the going gets tough, they're nowhere to be found. And I've had no one to rely on. I never had any support system. I didn't have any friends. Well, I had a few people here and there, but I didn't have any real friends that will be there with me through the thick and thin. And I never had anyone to hang out with. I was alone. I was alone for long periods of time. And I never had any support system. I never had anyone who I could go reach out to and, ask for help and ask for guidance. I had to rely on myself. I had to pick myself up by the bootstrap. I had to dust the dirt off my shoulder and keep moving forward. Like, it takes a lot of courage and a lot of strength to keep moving despite all the hurt and all the struggles you face in life. And I've been through that all throughout my teenage years and my 20s. And if I wasn't strong, I would have crumbled under all that pain, all that weight of the world on my shoulder. And a lot of people don't have the strength to endure all that, to feel like you're not wanted by others, to feel rejected, to feel ostracized, to feel like you don't fit in, and constantly trying to better yourself and doing the things that you can to improve the quality of your life and still remaining in the same position that you started with. And so I look at guys who are going through traumatic experience. I've been through a lot of traumatic experience in my life. Even at a young age, since I was like a baby, I got a brick was thrown over my head because this guy, in Jamaica, a duppy means ghost. He thought I was a ghost. So he threw a whole block of brick in my head and broke it in half, and I still have the scar on my head to this very day. I've been bullied when I came to America. I was pushed against the wall by some kid. I was bullied throughout middle school. I got into fights, but I never really fought back as the way I should. I should have fought back more. Now I'm thinking about it. I was bullied. I was bullied when I was a teenager. I was bullied. I was made fun of my height. People called me short. I didn't grow that tall. I used to play basketball every day. And I remember I used to get into fights and not fight back because I wasn't taught how to defend myself, and I was bullied, and I had struggled with self-esteem issues. I struggled with my identity, and I didn't bother anybody, but I always, people always try to pick on me, but that was throughout my teenage years. But when I got older, I didn't let it affect me, even though a lot of people would have killed themselves from all the pain they've been through, all the bullying they've been through. I used that all the experience and used it as a motivation. I took all the negative experiences that I've had and used it as motivation to catapult me towards my future. I had a teacher in middle school that told me I was not going to amount to anything in life. She said to me that I was going to grow up selling socks in the street, that I was going to work at McDonald's, and I was going to not make much progress in life. And I end up, just all the pain I've been through in life. Nobody cares and nobody understands. But what really motivated me was that I had a chip on my shoulder. I felt like the whole world was against me, and that I had to prove my haters wrong. So what I did was that I worked my ass off, and after high school, I was a Gates Scholar, and I had a full ride to a college, and I didn't graduate at that college, and I transferred. You know, to make a long story short, I end up going through all the schooling, and it took a long time to get my degree, but I managed to finish it, and I applied for a job, and I shared my experiences in the previous video about my my own encounter of working in a company, and end up getting terminated in a company after the second week of working there. My experiences in that video, I mean, I shared my experiences in that video, so if you're curious to know what happened, you could check my previous video. I talk about my first jobbing experience working at a company. But I managed to put myself back up, and now I had two interviews. I had one interview in Buffalo for a really good company in the lab tech industry, and I had a real good company in the city of New York that interviewed me, and this company actually encompasses every form of lab in this lab work that I always wanted to pursue. And I have a phone interview coming up in a couple of days, and I've always managed to bounce back from all these setbacks, all the hurdles that was thrown my way. I managed to evade it. I used to dip it, how to maneuver, overcome it, and I'm just proud of myself that I didn't give up. But all my life I've been rejected. Especially when it comes onto females. I never really had a chance to form deep, intimate connection with women. I was labeled as an oddball, and I was not given the respect that I deserve. I just think that once you have been stereotyped up by women and just people in general, people will not acknowledge you for who you are, and no amount of hard work and no amount of things you do to better yourself will change the outcome and change the situation, because once you've been stereotyped out and viewed as a social outcast, it's pretty much game over for you. And so I've been through those moments in my life where I just felt so like unwanted. I felt so hopeless, and I felt there was no point of even trying anymore. But what kept me going was the need for me to improve, to better myself. I always focused on self-improvement. That's one thing I value over anything else, is self-improvement, because by you looking at yourself in the mirror and doing some self-reflections, you can see things in your life that you're weak in, and ways you can be better in those areas that you're weak in. And that's one thing I've always strived to be, is to be a better version of myself and to grow in every aspect of my life, whether it be my physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, psychologically. I've tried to develop other areas of my life because I'm trying to grow into the person that I always wanted to be, because I was told I was never good enough even since I was young. I was abused physically and mentally by my father. I've been through years of abuse. I've been through years of bullying. I've been through so much hurt and so much pain throughout my youth, and yet I still managed a way to overcome all those. I used all the negative experience as a motivation. I was never loved. I never felt loved even at a young age. I was isolated. I was dehumanized. I was stigmatized even at a young age. I felt like something was wrong with me, and I never felt loved. And I've been through so much hurt, and no one really cares. No one really understands your pain. People think they act like they do, but in general, people move on with their life, and they could care less about you as a person. But what really keeps me going is that I feel like I have a bigger purpose to serve, and I feel like my story is not yet finished, and that's why I'm still working hard, and I'm still in the pursuit of happiness. I'm still determined to accomplish my goals and to do the things that I always wanted to do. And now I'm in the process of getting a well-known lab job in the city, and it encompasses every form of science in the tech industry, whether it be microbiology, whether it be genetics, whether it be molecular biology. It's just like I've accomplished my goals, and I feel so proud of myself, and I have a story to tell. I feel like I should write a book, to be honest with you. But it just shows me that you can't rely on other people for your happiness, and you can't depend on other people to help you with anything. you gotta just go out there and get what you want, and you can't, trust anyone, because people will do a lot of mean, messed up things to you. The same people that you think care and love you will be the same one that will do a lot of messed up things to you. So you gotta stay true to yourself. You gotta work hard, keep bettering yourself, and when you end up getting where you want to go, you're gonna have a sense of relief and huge accomplishment. I know I've been wrote off by women, but I don't. I've noticed now it's important to not write myself off, because still I have a story to tell. My life has meaning, and I'm here for a purpose, and I'm gonna work hard to accomplish that. And what I was saying, like, decent man, black man, is it's hard to be a decent black man in this society, because you don't get the respect that you deserve from your own race of women and other people too, and they look down on you and they see you as weird, and all this experience. And I feel like if you're not a desirable, where when it comes on to women, you're pretty much shit. You're basically gonna be casted out. I mean, I sound like I'm repeating myself, but honestly, if you're not a desirable, people are not gonna give you the benefit of doubt, even if you lay the foundation to get to where you have to be. People are not going to give you the credit that you deserve. People are not going to even acknowledge that you deserve the respect that you should get. They are going to mistreat you. They're going to call you names, and it's just like the nature of people in general just makes me become antisocial, because I was never like this type of person that was reserved and I had, stick to myself. I was very social and I was very outgoing, but I've been through years of depression. It's because of the bullying that I've been through all throughout my teenage years, and feeling excluded and feeling like I don't fit in. And because I never fit in, I had a hard time, you know, socializing with other people, and I have a hard time developing those skills that I needed to grow as a human being. And I just looked at it from the perspective like, yo, I never followed the crowd, and I never participated in what other people were doing, and because I never did the typical things people were doing, not I was not able to form connection with these people. But a lot of times when I try to make friends, I felt like I had to be somebody that I'm not, and a lot of times people already see that I was not like the rest. So people automatically will reject me before I even get a chance to even connect with them on that intimate connection. So, and the same thing with women. Like I'm basically honest with who I am, and I express myself freely, and I just be myself. But I see it from the perspective like, if you don't follow societal norms and you're not being what other wants, if they're not living up to some type of stereotype, women would not want anything to do with you. And if they notice that you're by yourself as a man and you don't have a lot of friends and you don't have females chasing after you, they will automatically cast you out, and they will not want to form any type of connection with you, because women have a hive mindset, and they will follow what other women do. And so I've noticed that, and I see a pattern happening, and that's why I'm a lone wolf, and I embrace the loneliness. I embrace every aspect of my life, because that's a part of who I am, and I'm not going to shy away from that. And all the abuse I've been through, all the verbal abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, psychological abuse, all those years of abuse, I got to learn to just take it and just say I overcame that, and those things don't define me. And that's what I've learned. I'm learning now, and I'm beginning to embrace it and take it as something positive, and say I'm an overcomer. I didn't allow my situations in my past to defeat me, and I didn't let it destroy me. And look where I'm at right now. I'm in the process of landing a very well established career, where I can make a good amount of money, and I can pay off my student loans, and I can be able to retire before the age of 50 and live a comfortable life. I'm so proud of myself that I didn't allow the negative things that people throwing in my face and basically came at me with to destroy me. I am very proud of myself, and I'm looking forward to accomplishing great things in life. And I just want to send the words of encouragement for any person out there who feel neglected, who feel unaccepted, who've been through years of abuse, verbal abuse, whether it be from your parents, whether it be from society as a whole. And if you feel unwanted and just feel like an outcast in society, don't give up, don't lose hope, stay strong, keep the good fight of faith, and know that if you keep working hard, you're going to reach your goal. You're ultimately going to reach your goal, because if you keep pushing against the wall, eventually it's going to fall over. But if you back off and just quit, because I was in school for a good amount of time, nearly a decade, and I was in the process of just dropping out, because I'm like, why am I wasting my time in school? Like, what purpose is this serving for me? And now come to think of it, all those years that I've spent in school was worth it, and I end up gaining the experience that I needed to gain in order to become a better person and to get the job that I always wanted to do. And so my thing from my whole experience from just going through the school traditional route and going through years of facing abuse and all those stuff is to take that experience, use it as motivation, and keep working hard to get to where you need to go, because eventually you will reach your goals. It may take you a little longer to get there, but once you get there, you're gonna be a lot better off than with some people who didn't take the time to run the race, who may have rushed and burn out, or somebody who completely ignored the sight of where they're going and just lose hope. Like, I never lost hope. I kept fighting and I kept pushing and I persevered, and look where I'm at right now, and I have a lot of story to tell. But as for a woman, I'm just gonna focus on myself. I'm not gonna waste my time and energy trying to please these women, because they're very narcissistic, and a lot of them just expect so much from you, but they have little to offer themselves. They don't bring anything to the table. And so for me, I'm gonna just focus on just being better as a human being, and growing in every way I can, and developing my skills and my assets, like, and just growing in knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And I'm so blessed and honored to know that in a couple of days I'll be turning 30, and I'm proud of that, because not a lot of people would live to see that long. And I'm proud of myself, and I'm proud of my accomplishments, and greater things is in store for me. And I can't wait to just start a career and be able to live life to the fullest and do the things I always wanted to do. I'm gonna wrap this video up. Hopefully hopefully you enjoy it and it resonate with someone, and be that source of inspiration for people who have been neglected, who have been mistreated, who have been bullied throughout the years, and just feel like all hope is lost. I just want to tell you, it's never over till God said it's over, man. And as long as there's life, there's hope. Keep pushing, keep fighting. Your life is worth living. Your life is worth fighting for, man. You're here for a reason, because I'm a living testimony. Alright, take care, God bless, and bye for now.